How to stay productive as you're traveling the world as a freelancer. Let's talk about it. So, if you're watching this and you're still working a day job, what we're going to be talking about in today's video applies to you as well. The trick, and this is what I used to do whenever I was working a 9 to 5, is getting yourself used to living this type of lifestyle. So, I would take Saturday and Sunday, so just take your off days, and I would go and follow this exact schedule that we're going to be talking about. I would go to a cafe, I would get some work done, work on my niche websites, different things I was doing back at that time. So if you're watching this, you don't yet know what you want to do work-wise to be productive and to progress, click the link down in the description below, and I'll give you a guide of different skills that you can choose. That way you actually have something to do whenever you go to the cafe. And I would treat my day as if it was my own, that I controlled my time. Which leads us to point number one, and that is to spare no expense whenever you're finding a hotel or apartment. Now, let me add a caveat. Whenever you're just getting started traveling, as I did back in 2019, you're not going to have a lot of money, so don't sit there and stay in the nicest hotel, the nicest apartment. You can still find a good priced apartment or hotel, but you're probably going to have to walk a little bit further, like 15, 20-minute walk to a cafe, or even if you stay at a hotel, a lot of the time you can work in the lobby or even work in your room. It's just my preference to leave the hotel and go and find a cafe, but you could also just work from the hotel lobby, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to have a workspace that you can work from. For me specifically, that means good Wi-Fi. That means I have plenty of outlets. I cannot stand going to a cafe or even a hotel lobby and having to basically beat people up to be able to get an outlet, to be able to charge my laptop. So make sure you have a place where you have, once again, good Wi-Fi, plenty of outlets, and also make sure they have good coffee. You don't want to go to a place where you have to sit there and sip on this really bad coffee because it's going to mess up your entire workflow. So make sure they've got good coffee, plenty of just whatever water you want. For me, I like sparkling water, but drink whatever you want. Make sure they've got good coffee, good water, and you're good. Point number two is to stick to a schedule. The reason most people struggle to travel the world and stay productive is because of all the randomness and chaos of dealing with immigration. Now you got to go to a new apartment and maybe your phone randomly doesn't work and you have to navigate the city or in a new environment. It takes you a couple of days to get acclimated to a new city or country. So all that randomness throws people off, but you can combat that by having a strict schedule that you follow regardless of what travels you're doing. So you have to find what works best for you. I'm a big supporter of finding and doing what works best for you. What works best for me specifically is getting my work done first thing in the morning and then enjoying the rest of my day. So I wake up and without hesitating and laying in bed a little bit longer and mindlessly scrolling on social media or whatever people do on their day-to-day, like on a day-to-day basis, I wake up and I immediately get to work. I literally wake up, get a shower, get dressed, grab my book bag, and I go to a cafe and I get started on my work. So what you want to do is follow a strict schedule. That way you can combat that randomness and stay productive. So get clear on your action items for the day. And for me, that's I knock out my action items, then I also make sure that my team knows what they're supposed to be doing for the day, or they'll update me on what they've been doing, because we're all in different time zones traveling, and the day stays productive. And I usually do 2 to 4 hours, and then I've got the rest of the day to do whatever I want, which I usually end up doing a little bit of work randomly throughout the day because I enjoy what I do, but find what works best for you. And to sum all this up, point number three is to stay in one place for at least a week. Whenever you're bouncing around every 2 to 3 days, even I struggle to stay productive. Whatever, because I've been to France, Serbia, Romania, Italy, Morocco, all within the past 35 days. And it got to where we were going from city to city to city every couple of days. And I basically decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to find and stay in one city for just a straight week. And I did that, and everything was great. And that's what I'm doing now again. I did that little stint of work, and then we bounced around, boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to get that week back in. So you want to make sure that you're staying in one place for at least 5 to 7 days. 5 to 7 days is more than adequate to follow a consistent schedule, but also to be able to explore the city. So, example, I like my hobby instead of like Netflix or knitting or whatever people do for their hobbies nowadays, or video games. I enjoy going and seeing ancient things around the world. So seeing the Tower of Hassan in Morocco, going to the Vatican recently, going to the Pantheon. That's the type of stuff that I enjoy doing. And with that said, I mean, enjoy your travels. Enjoy making money as a freelancer. Enjoy working remotely. You don't have to be tied into one location anymore. That's old school. That's what our parents had to do. We're the new generation. It's our time to shine. And the way we shine is by making our own path.
So if you would like to watch another video just like the one you finished watching, click right here. However, if you're interested in how you can make money online while traveling the world, click right here to watch my free masterclass.